Hey guys, welcome to my channel once again. My name is Alwande Chavalala and this is Moments Unfolded with Mom Sheng, and that is moi. You guys, it's another day, it's another vlog. I think the lighting is too much. It's another day, it's another vlog, you guys. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, I hope you stay, I hope you subscribe, I hope you fall in love with the lifestyle content that I create, and most importantly, I hope you subscribe. Guys, we have clocked 10,000 subscribers and you know the drill. Road to 20k. We're not celebrating 15, straight to 20k. Evana. You guys, before we continue, please do make sure that you are subscribed, you like the vlog, please. Don't forget to watch the ads. Whenever you see an advert, you know the drill. Just drink some water. Drink some water. You guys, today we're doing something special, something different, something very exhausting. So through this vlog, I'll be doing some renovations at my grandmother's place. Hey, you guys, like, Agupel, yes, when I want to focus on something else, my mind does ABC. But I want to take you through the stores and stuff like that. So now I'm just going to go, start browsing, nani, buy what I can, do what I can. And then, yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be able to complete this renovation through these few nyana days, because I need to go back to Johannesburg. I'm currently in PMB, so yeah, let us see how things would go. And yeah, you guys, let's see. So yeah, let us go through and then me take. If you're in PMB, then lalela send any rights, because the shops that I'll go to, I'll definitely be plugging you. Let's go, you guys. Let's go see what we can get. Yeah, what the quotations are, because I want something beautiful, but yeah, let's go see, guys. Let's start this home reno. Stay tuned on Moments Unfolded with Mom Shengu. Look. Happy shower. ngichaza ngisho i-art. Hayi, ngiyabonga sisi, siyasebenza futhi uzosixolela sisemsebenzini. Kwazi kwakuhle wema. His and hers, dad. His and hers. It's too big. Oh, ngiyaqeda. That's khona iculo engilizwile yo bengingalazi. Tani umuntu uyangithanda. Belazini. Emalume mina ngizazi ingoma. Hawu ngizalana ngithi hayibo funa wena. Ah, funa hayibo. And the mix it sometimes I gotta be feeling. Ngithi hayibo. Ngiyalithanda. Hey, tani umuntu yazi naliphi engilithandayo ujazz works uvalo kuse ngikhohliwe kodwa linovalo phakathi bengithi ngiyamnikeza ngabona usamncelisa uboy. Hey guys, guess who I'm with? I'm with my cousin. Say hi, cuz.
Hi, babes.
Say hi, bye.
Hello.
We just had breakfast here at Essence and now we are off to do other things. See you later. Hey guys, shame contractors, there's always something needed. I'm at CTM now. Yesterday I was at CTM to add super bond. That tiling cement is expensive and the tiler is insisting Uti super bond, especially for the bathroom, super bond, because super bond is the real McCoy. So yeah, so now just spent 1,000 rand, the same 1,000 that I spent yesterday. I'm here to spend it again. So let's go grab the things now. What's that? cartel. It's been a long day, honestly speaking, you guys. Let's go grab yeah, let's just go. I'm defeated. It's me once again, Mamshengu Swazi Tengalama Sister Vasultuli. Lalela, you saw when we started the vlog, we're doing some home renos, some renovations, and I'm here to tell you how much the total was, okay? But before we proceed, Lalela, please do make sure that you're subscribed, you have liked the vlog, you have commented down below. Guys, I shame. You know what? I could literally go to Thai Africa and just live there. Okay? Because there's just a lot. You guys. I'm back in Gauteng and I'm exhausted. You guys. You know, the way I was so tired, I had to stop 2 times via the N3. I was tired. I couldn't do it anymore. I was sleepy. I had to take 2 hours and just gather myself, try to rest nyana, because ever since I've been in Pietermaritzburg, I've been doing up and down. And you guys, you must know, Uguti, I don't live in PMB anymore. I'm based here in Gauteng. So I needed to complete this renovation as I was there. And everything was just on me, you guys. Like the ups and downs, the quotations, the everything. Lalet, you purchase the material, you have to fetch it. Yabona, as much as Imotia Sekai assisted, but my car, I feel sorry for my baby. You see the small things that they'll keep on adding. My car had to do the vuruvine now. Up and down. I don't know how many times I went to town. I had forgotten the PMB roads, but now I know them from the back of my head. So now, you guys, I'm here. First, let us just speak about Thai Africa. Oh, shout outs to my friend. I met a very, very good gentleman that side, Mzamo. Lalela, he doesn't even know that I have a YouTube channel, but if you are based in PMB and you need assistance, go there and say Umam Sheng referred you. If he doesn't know who Umam Sheng is, show him this clip. Mzamo assisted me, you guys. Let me give you the first quotation. Wait. I think there's something that I did not count. I did not count this. I'm thinking of things that I didn't count now. Things that I'm now adding, that I have to add. Yabo, I did not count this. Yeah, 1. And I didn't count this. Let me just edit and then change my figures, because I want everything to be done to the T. Okay, so that you guys understand when you are thinking of renovating either your home, your family home, or you are building, or whatever the case may be. So let me just add these, and it's crucial that I add them, guys. Like, it's 1,000 rands, both of these papers. So yeah, let me just add them. Eish. Now, where am I gonna add them? On the material. Yeah, on the material. Because plus 360 plus 619.94 equals, so let us do this. It's nice because I have everything in sections, you guys. 22,007.02. You guys, I am done calculating. So, as I was saying, in fact, if you're in PMB or you are around the surrounding areas, you see Victoria Road, it's where everything is happening, you guys. Even if you're in Ladysmith, you feel like CTM does not have what you have, go to PMB. I'm telling you, you'll definitely be saving money. Go to PMB, because I know Ladysmith, there's Tile what? Is it Tile It and CTM? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then I think in Durban, you guys are sorted. So let me tell you this. You see how scribbled this quotation is? When we went there, I had said, okay, firstly, I renovated my grandmother's house. There was tiling done already, but you know, guys, as time goes by, the tiles were outdated. They were from back in the day. I think 20 years ago, those 30 by 30, those tiles, I lisubedu. at one stage. They were the ish. Okay, I recall when my uncle fitted them in, they were the ish. But then as time goes, we are now utilizing 60 by 60. So the bedrooms I did not touch due to the fact that we have new tiles. I think the tiles are new. They might be 45 by 45, but the tiles are still okay. They're a little bit grayish. So I felt like, yeah, let's not touch the bedrooms. The main issue, and when I extended, recall I told you that I renovated my grandmother's house. I did the renovations in 2020 when I just started working. That was my first project that I've ever done with reference to building and stuff like that. So the exterior was renovated and the house was extended, etc. So the tiling was done on the extended parts, for example, the dining area now. But then now the, what do you call this? The sitting room and the kitchen and the passage and the bathrooms. The bathroom was still okay, honestly speaking. The issue is that I did not take the before picture because the before video, you know why? Up and down, up and down, up and down. But the bathroom tiles, they were half, you know, they had done this half style, but they were okay. Like, they were fine. There was nothing wrong with them. They were still intact. It was those rectangular ones, the small rectangular ones, yeah. But then now, when I was looking over and I was like, since I'm doing the renovations, might as well do the full 60 by 60 tiles. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. As beautiful as those tiles in the bathroom are, just look at that. Oh, guys, these tiles are gorgeous. They are beautiful. And they gave me a discount because, okay, first things first, went to Tile Africa. Everything there, pricey. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The quotation that they did not even include this quotation that they did. It includes the normal porcelain tiles, because on the floor I just placed the normal porcelain tiles. I didn't want to do the design because, you know why, on the extended area we'd already utilized the porcelain tiles on the what do you call this, the dining room, in the dining room. So I just wanted to carry on with that in the lounge and kitchen and passage and bathroom and toilet. So there was no need for us to change those tiles. I think you know these tiles, the new porcelain, you know these porcelain tiles. Lalela, there for just 34 boxes they quoted me 4,930 rands. And then for the, what do you call this, the cement, the 12-hour, the cement is divided in twos. There's 12 hours and then there's 24 hours, depending on how fast you want it to dry. They quoted me for 48 bags, 5,613 rand 60. And then for the grout, it was just one bag, 207, and the grout is 10 kgs. They quoted me 278 rands 25 cents. For the spacers, they were 3 millimeters. And they were 150 inside. They quoted me 69 rands because I got 2 packs. And then for the aluminium edging, the 12 by 500 millimeter, they quoted me. Yabona, the aluminium edging. You think, what is the aluminium edging, you guys? It is this silver thing. You know, when you're done with the skating, and it's when you do tiles, you have to skate when you're closing off because dust gathers there. There is a plastic one. I did not want the plastic one. I wanted the aluminium edging, the silver trim. Let me tell you, it's 60 rands 86 cents each. Wait, no. Yeah, and then I wanted 17. They quoted me 1,034 rands 62 cents. Hey bana, just for that small little thing. And then for the outside tiles, the stoop tiles, the Mahali slate ceramic floor tiles. And these ones were not even the top Shaila ones. They were slippery. There were those ones that were shiny. And I knew if you were walking there using your heels, you fall there on the floor. For 3 boxes, they quoted us 798 rands 21 cents. And then for the bathroom now in the toilets, they said 27 boxes. The nice, you see the bathroom tiles that I have, that I actually placed, the ones that I actually fitted. Tile Africa actually had the same similar concept. They quoted us 5,747 rands 22 cents. That's when my sister and I said, hey, you know, I went to the bathroom, I came rushing. I'm like, oh, Mzamo, let's add ABC. My sister said, bana, vaka big intwana. Bathroom went up by 5K. I'm like, what? Hey, bo. And then the key codes are 382 and 60 cents. So the total quotation, let me blow my nose for this because I was wowed. Where's is my thingy here? Total quotation 21,972 rands 10 cents. I said, "Hi, Bo, what?" Because you know why? When we first started the quotation, we had not included the bathroom, the wall tiles. We had not. Just the floors. And the quotation was 9,000. From just adding these few things, quotation went from there to 21,000. I'm still on this page because I know the shops that I went to. The writing will be opposite. Guys, after receiving this quotation, I love it when these shops, like, these big companies, they make these quotations, they don't even charge us. And then I can go and source some things elsewhere. I took this quotation, I said, as much as this guy, like, who's but this place is too expensive. Okay, I then told him, we'll be back for a few things. We will purchase a few things there because we can tell they are affordable there. So, went to exclusive tiles. Where did you start? Yeah, we went to exclusive tiles. So at exclusive tiles for the porcelain, remember now, the 60 by 60 tiles, for a square meter, they were quoting us 140. Okay, 140. While Tile Africa was quoting us 165 rands for a square meter. And now that one was on special. It's actually 189 rands. And then for the cement, they quoted us 90 rands. They actually divided it into two. Yeah. The cement, the 24 hours was 70 rands, 20 kg. The 12 hours was 110 rands, 20 kg. Okay. That is exclusive tiles. And then for the grouts at exclusive tiles, 210 for the 20 kg, 60 rands for the 5 kg. And then for the spacers, 200 rands, like the spacers were 25 rands and they were 200. The spacers is what you put inside the tiles, those T things to space them in between. And then the aluminium edging at exclusive was 55 rands. The tile bond liquid was 130 rands. And then the tiles now, the boxes, for the outside. The outside tiles, the ceramic outside tiles. Remember at Tile Africa for a square meter, they quoted as 156 rands. And then here, for 9 inside for a square meter, they quoted as, I think, 145 rands, yeah. And then for the bathroom tiles, over here, they quoted as, if I'm not mistaken, 140 rands for the square meters, okay? And then, for the key codes, they quoted as 230. And then afterwards, I was like, okay, thanks, exclusive. Now it was too late. After 5, went home. The following day, we started where? It's Tile It. Tile It is opposite Super Safe. So let's go to Tile It now and see. Went to Tile It. Their porcelain tiles were more expensive. So I scratched that out. And I was willing to purchase from them. They just didn't want to go on the 140. They said they will sell them to me for like 150. I said, that 5 rand, my dear, is going to make a huge difference. I said, no. For the tile, the porcelain tile, the cement, 40 rands for the normal cement, 90 rands for the, what do you call this? The 12 hours. So yeah. And then the spacers, they quoted as, okay, now the price for the aluminium edging, they quoted as 47 rands. For the tile bond liquid, they quoted as 130 rands. And then for the outside tiles, they were just expensive. I didn't even write it down because now I was using the Tile Africa quotations, and then I had all of, and then I was writing how much each store was quoting us. I know what I wrote, you guys might not see because of the camera. Yeah. So you guys, afterwards, I said, okay, then I think I know where to purchase these things. So, went to exclusive tiles. This is how much you spent on exclusive tiles. For the outside tiles, I have to use this because this has just combined everything. That's the nice thing about calculating on an exam pad. For the outside tiles, for the tiles inside, the house, it was 10,029 rands and 29 cents. And then including now, this is the porcelain tiles and the what do you call this? The wall tiles in the bathroom and the toilet. 10,029 rands. Saved, I don't know how much. Literally saved approximately 30 or 40% because at what do you call this? At Tile Africa, the same thing. Approximately, it was 20,000, you guys. Yeah. So say 50%. And then when I added the outside tiles, I first purchased 3 boxes and then they said I must add 6 more. So I purchased 9 in total. So that amounted to 701 rands 30. So the whole total for the tiles was 10,701 rands 59 cents. Please compare it with those tiles from Tile Africa. So at Tile It, for the cement in the grout, the tiler said to me, Lalela, return the spacers, return the aluminium thingies because the sizing wasn't correct. And then he said, get these smaller ones plus. So I ended up getting a refund. Okay, on the receipt it was 3,504 rands 96 cents, but I ended up getting a refund of 360 rands there. Because you know why? The tiler said return the key codes and the primer, buy that from Tile Africa, that is the original. So yeah, and you know why? The key code is very crucial when you are installing tiles, especially on the wall, because there was already paint in the bathroom. Fine. So now I had spent 3,144 rands 96 cents, but then I added cement with 200 rands. So now it was 3,344 rands 96 cents, but then I minus because I got a refund of 36 rands. They had charged me incorrectly for the spacers. So the total that I spent at Tile It was 3,308 rands 96 cents. Okay. Now the tiler says the refund that you got, my sister, that's not your money. Vahabigi. Okay. Go to CTM and purchase Super Bond cement. I said, Hebana. So out of 50 packs of cement, you still want another one? He says, yeah, I want another one because the bathroom is a sensitive place. Since it gets moist, it needs the proper cement. We can try utilize the other brands on the floor, but when it comes to the bathroom, they only recommend the Super Bond from CTM. Guys, I went there. He says he wants 6 packs. The first day, I spent 1,099 rands 20 cents. The following morning, he says, please add more 6 packs. I said, hi, Bo, Baba. Hi, Bo. He says, hey, my sister, please add more. Ended up adding, I spent 979 rands 20 on that day. So the total now that I spent on cement at CTM, 2,078 rands 40 cents. Don't forget the 3,300 from Tile It, the cement alone, plus this one. So for cement, the Tile Africa codes did not include the walls, if you recall, the cement. Excuse me, the CTM cement. That's why I'm saying, Guti, as much as everything ended up, like the material and everything, you'll see the total. But we actually saved money by comparing. Went to Tile Africa now because I told Mzamo I'll be back. Purchased a basin, the sink basin, for the bathroom for 799.98 cents. And then added with the because the only thing that we changed in the bathroom was the basin. The bathtub is still fresh, everything, and the toilet is still fresh, but we actually changed the seats, the toilet seat. So the toilet seat was 360 rands. And then what else did I get? And then don't forget, remember the key coat and primer that I returned at Tile It. Now I had to purchase it back, plus the grout sponge and the spacers, because the tiler said the spacers were too big, 3mm, go for 2mm ones. So I ended up purchasing all of those things for like the things that I'm mentioning, 619. So now the total at Tile Africa now spent 1,779 rands 92 cents. Okay, yeah, lalela. Since we're changing the basin, that means the mixer has to be changed. And the mixer for the bathtub, EBC Kugile, it wasn't working properly. So that's another 2 mixers now. And when you are changing mixers, you have to change the plumbing now. Like the pipes and everything else. You have to add a stopper. Like a lot of things now. I was like, hey, man. So I went to builders. Lalel, we went to Gelma. Gelma doesn't sell. The Gelma only deals with kitchen, doesn't do the bathroom. So we couldn't find the mixers there. And everything else was expensive. So builders, I'm telling you, I checked on my phone. Builders was the most affordable one. Ended up spending 1,438 rands 20 cents for the mixers and all the nitty-gritties just for the bathroom and the pipes and the stoppers and the coppers, because what we ended up doing was that the what do you call this, the washing machine, yes, the piping had to go inside and stuff like that also costs money. So yeah, and then went to Gelma to just gather a few items. I spent 150 at Gelma and then build it. Remember now, since the guys had remember there were tiles that were fitted, they had to first take them out, so the place was not leveled, so they asked me to purchase cement and something else. So it built it. I spent 189.97 cents, and then now had to go because I was changing the door. Yeah, remember when I renovated the house back then in 2020, I ran out of funds. I could not change the door and everything because I changed all the aluminium to all the windows to aluminium, but the door now I just couldn't. I did not have the money, so that was always lingering. Yeah, so a friend of mine suggested Alwande, because builders aluminium, that Seb's approved one was too expensive. Okay, and the nice thing about our aluminium door at my grandmother's house, like it's covered by a veranda, so I know with that one is just there. Like I would understand if there was no veranda, that like there you have to make sure you buy the builder's one or the build it one, because the build it one was 6K. I went to build it was 6K. I said, I'm not spending 6K on a door. Come on, that's too much. So he suggested Midlands Builders Suppliers. Midlands, he said Lalela, because he usually builds houses. He said he recommends Midlands. Went to Midlands, just chose the design, and this is the design that I actually fell in love with. So the door was 2,400 rands, but then the screws are not added. I had to go back the following day because the door fits, and I said the Hilton screws are not added. I had to purchase those screws for 30 rands. Fine. So I ended up spending 2,430 rands at Midlands. So now the full total for the material now, just the material alone, it's 10,000. Okay, the first part, remember the tiles and everything were 10,701 rands. Actually, let me just give you the total because it's just going to be tedious. Calculate, yeah. So the whole total for the tiles, the grouts, the cements, the super balls, the basin, the mixers, the door and everything else was 22,077 rands 4 cents. That's the material. Lalela, remember, I did not find myself in PMB. This is actually where I had to start. Transport. So, okay, yeah. Let us start off here, you guys. Transport. First things first, sometime mid-August, I went to PMB for like 2 days. But I utilized public transport because I knew in 2 weeks, I'll be going. Like, I think beginning of September, I utilized public transport, a taxi. I said, Lalela, I want to save money. I utilized a taxi. Yeah. Because I said, Lalela, remember, we had to do the quotations first. Okay? So the quotations had to be done first before I actually commit to a project that I would not know if I'll be able to take on. So don't forget to do your quotations. And I know someone will be like, but Mom Sheng, you could have utilized anyone from home. If it's your money, you want to see where your money is going. You want to make sure Uti, the skating, because I had to tell the guy, you're calculating skating here, you're calculating ABC, you're calculating taking off the tiles, putting them in, doing ABC, because I didn't want this thing. I'm here in Gauteng, I'm getting a call. Now the quotation has gone up to 12,000 at this, because I'll be like, no. So everything had to be written down. Number 2, we had to measure the place and everything else. The tiler had to give me their own quotations. So for my transport, the first time around, taking a taxi from Wanderers, I took an Uber from my place to Gautrain, from Gautrain to Gautrain station to Johannesburg Park station. From there, I then went to the taxi rank in Wanderers. So the taxi from Johannesburg to Pietermaritzburg is 370. times 2. So now, because I had to come back using a taxi as well. So plus 80 rands, plus 110 rands for Gautrain, plus 50 rands for Uber. Like the whole total that I spent just for that weekend, the transport was 980 rands. Guys, you don't come empty-handed. You have to be carrying smaller bags for food, and I had to eat along the way. And I wanted to save money. But let me tell you how much I spent on food just for that weekend. 360 rands. Oh, guys, when you come with kids, when you come to a place that has kids, you have to bring some chips, some cool drink. I know I bought KFC and whatever those things. So for the transports, I paid 980, and then for food, I paid 360. Yeah, let's leave it there for now. The guy that I wanted to do the tiles was from Ladysmith. The guy came through. 450 for his transport, for him to measure and do everything. Someone will ask, why would you take a guy from such a far place? It's because I've utilized the guy before when I was renovating my paternal grandmother's house. Sometimes you want to use the person that you trust, that you have a relationship with. So there was a 450 again for that guy to come to PMB. He checks the whole place out and then he leaves. He quoted me, that's fine. Now, for the actual transport, when I was going to do the renovations, now I'm leaving Johannesburg. For fuel, the first time around, I spent 811 rands, full tank. Okay? And then when I came back, I spent and then I topped up with 200 rands somewhere there in Montrose. When I came back, I spent 807 rands. I topped up with 200 rands somewhere in Montrose. So for the total fuel costs, when I actually went to do the renovations, were 2,019 rand 70 cents. Now for the toll gate, 65 rands, 90 rands, 96, 67, 318 rands going down, 318 rands going up. So I spent 636 rands for the toll gates. Now for the food, in between now, lalel, just in between. Number one, either I calculated everything, you guys. Either I purchased at Montrose, either as I was up and down doing whatever, because we could not cook. That's another thing. As much as I purchased mini groceries or normal tin stuff because I did not have enough money, we couldn't cook. The whole place was a mess. So you can think of your tin stuff, your beans, your cool baked beans, your fish, your bread, nan, and what I was eating during the day, up and down, and my own food from when I was traveling here, going to KZN. At Montrose, you buy a bread or something. That whole thing amounted to 541 rands 98 cents. So now let us go here. For the total transports, it is that 980 from the quotation, okay, plus the 2,019 rands 70 cents for the second part now when I'm actually going to do the project, plus the 450 for the quotation, 450 transportation fee for the tiler from Ladysmith to PMB. The total transport costs were 3,449 rand 70 cents. For the toll gates, they remained the same, 636 rands. For food now, the total everything was 901 rands 98 cents. Like, it's not gonna end there. Before we actually begin now the project, my tiler was meant to start on Monday. Up until Friday, the guy did not pitch. I was frustrated. Remember, I said I trusted this guy because I've worked with him before. And I want to say to people out there, Yabona, when you develop a relationship, you want to keep on utilizing the same person. But I'm going to tell you this. Old people take advantage of us youngsters. They tend to forget we are clients. They think of us as if we are their kids. So every day he was giving me an excuse. And I had already paid the deposits. I called his wife because I had paid the money, deposit the money to the wife's account. So that's why I had to call the wife. I asked for my money back. And they did not hesitate. They sent me back my money. And then my uncle recommended another tiler that he had used previously. The tiler came through. Now the new tiler is doing his new quotations. So I'm crossing fingers that the quotation does not surpass this quotation. By God's grace, guys, everything was similar. Literally, everything was the same. So now, you guys, my tiler quoted me 8,000 rands, which is the similar price as the old tiler. So that's why I'm like, nah, it's fine. It's honestly fine. I'm not even going to complain. Guys, Yabona, taking out the tiles was, that was tedious work. Like for 2 days, they were just doing a lot. The door fitter quoted me 550. I ended up giving him an extra 50 rands, you guys, because I had to take him home and go 9. Imagine. The guy was working from 5 up until 9 p.m. From 5 Dambama up until 9 p.m. because a friend of mine recommended him. And then he said, Lalela, but because they were no, remember I told you about those screws that when they were not there, we slept without a door that day. We had to put like spare the old door, but we couldn't pin it properly against the, because Lalela, there is no frame, there's nothing, so we slept without a door. The next morning, he came through, that guy. He fitted. I went to purchase those Hilton screws. When I went there, I said to immediately builders, you guys forgot. They said, no, we didn't forget. They are not included with the door. So if you're purchasing an aluminium door there, just know you have to purchase those screws separately. Came back, the guy that did everything. Guys, he worked the whole day up until Tambama when I took him. So he built me 600 rands. And I'm grateful for this because I honestly feel he could have built me more. You know why? My friend said, Lalela, this is my friend. Don't overcharge her. Because my friend knew good, I'm doing this. The plumber, for the sink, fitting the sink, the mixers and everything, and the washing machine and the toilet seat and everything, he billed us 900 rands, you guys. So for the whole labor, the total was 9,500. The tiler, the plumber, and the door fitter. So now let us go back to how much the total project costed us. Transport was 3,449 rands 70 cents. Toll gate was 636 rands. Food was 901 rands 98 cents. Labor was 9,500. And therefore, you guys, the whole total for this whole everything, the full total was 36,564 rands 74 cents. You know, when I calculate the whole total and the amount of work, I can tell you what it's not bad. It's not that I have too much money, but I just feel like it could have been more. Had I gone to one shop and didn't do the quotations, it could have been more. So someone is asking, Mom Shane, why are you calculating the food and the transport and everything? You know why I'm calculating it? Had I not been living here in Gauteng and I was in KZN, the total transport and I would have saved approximately 4,000 rands. So I have to factor those costs in. Okay, so if you are living in Gauteng and your home is in Limpopo, and every time you go and see the project, you have to factor those costs in, because you might not be traveling the same amount as if you were going home. You, for example, people go home in periods. You go home in Good Friday. If you're a teacher, also go June holidays, or even if you're not a teacher, you can just go June holidays, September, and then December. But if you are building at home, you frequent going home. So calculate those costs, you guys. Don't cheat. Calculate how much how much the project is actually taking you. Do not cheat, because if you are cheating, someone who might think, oh, it's actually cheap, and then the minute they want to go home and do all of these things, they like, hi, this is too much. Transport, none. So that is why I had to go and use a taxi. The first time around, I said, like, just for the quotation, I'll use a taxi. But then when I actually come to do the actual projects, I'll use the transport. Number two, luckily, that's why I ended up topping with the 200 rands, because all the back and forth, the to and fro that I was doing inside, going up and down there, taking back the door filter, going to fetch this, all of that amounts to money. Okay, and the food, someone will be like, why are you calculating food? You could have eaten at home. I'm literally telling you that there was no chance of eating because the whole place was a mess. You couldn't do anything. The whole place was dusty. All the dust residual was there. Like, guys, everything when you're renovating and so for the whole almost 5 days, the place was a mess. Unfortunately, I could not wait up until the project was done to the T. Only minor bits were left. So on the day that I actually left, there was only cleaning that was left and finishing off the skating outside and in the kitchen. So I said, Lalelan, my family, you just have to like, you guys, now the responsibility is on you to ensure with these guys properly do everything. And then I had to go, because Nama was tired, you guys. I had to come back and rest. Remember, I'm on leave, but I can't utilize my whole leave for this project. I was exhausted. Literally, when I came back, you guys, That's why I said I had to stop 2 times by the N3. I was sleepy. I had to just stop there. And I tried to stop at a place where I can feel good, it's safe. But what I know was that whole process was just dangerous. Because I left PMB round about 3:30. I ended up reaching Gauteng round about 10:30. I was dead tired. I was tired the next day, the following day. I had to rest. Okay, even now I'm well rested by my body and my back. I can still feel, guys, I did so many ups and downs. But yeah, I am done. I think that was the last project that I'm ever gonna do at any of my grandparents' place. I've done one for my paternal, I've done one for my maternal. Yeah, I am done. I did it by God's grace. And shout out to my sister, number one, for the support, the morale. Like, you guys, this project was not easy. Yeah, but sometimes you want someone somewhere there by your corner, someone who's gonna push you, and someone who's gonna assist you when they can see with Lalela something is taking a toll. You always need that support system. And thank you so much for my uncle who had to, because Lalel, when you're doing a project, you still have to consult the head of the family and say, but Malume, I'm thinking of doing this. And then he said, okay, no worries, Mshana, nan. And you guys are gonna see. I think you saw earlier on, my uncle and I have such a great relationship with my uncle. Okay, such a great relationship, guys. My uncle, my mother's brother. My mother is late, so that is my, like, umzali that's my parents. That person parented me. That person raised me as, like, so I have a beautiful relationship with him. So yeah, I was renovating his mother's place, my grandmother, my late grandmother. And it's so unfortunate, you guys. I know someone will be like, why are you renovating when your grandmother just passed on? No, the renovations were gonna take place. Hence I'm saying, Uguti, some things when they happen, you even tell yourself, Uguti, how? Yes, now it's a coincidence. They were gonna take place. God did bless me this year, and I had said, Uguti, remember, since I had already started the renovations in 2020, I did the exterior. I renovated the place, Nani added these fittings and made it, nice. But the interior was still a little bit shaky. So I had said, since this year I can tell you, I've received some blessings from God. Lalela, I lived there my whole life, my maternal grandmother's place, up until I went to varsity. So it's just a way of saying Lalela, Ingane Katemsile did ABC. That's my mother's name, by the way. So it's not because she passed on, it was going to happen either or. It's unfortunate that she could not see the final project, but the fact that I renovated while she was alive and well, she saw everything, she was part and parcel of it. I'm grateful for that. Anything else, whatever, it's like, okay, you guys, unkulunkulu, we plan, God decides. That's the way it is. But from me, Umam Shengu, if you ever think of renovating, 1, do it because you want to do it, not because you are pushed by anyone else. 2, do it because you're saying, Lalela, you're not going to claim anything from that. Do that project, and not every time when you go to that place like, I did ABC. Don't be that person. Find your own foot, and then once you're done, I always say, give back to an environment that assisted or bred you as you were growing up, guys, because at one stage you have to come to terms, Yoguti, okay, fine, it might not be your parents' house, but the fact that you grew up there, even if it's your uncle's place, some of us were raised by uncle, some of us were raised by your aunt. You lived at your auntie's place for 10 years. The minute you start working, you're not even thinking of putting in a 2-room yana to say I'm extending. You go and you fix your mother's house all of a sudden. The fact that someone accommodated you in their house for such an amount of time. I'm not saying thank them by renovating. You either buy them a fridge. I'm just making an example. You either buy them a fridge. You either install tiles. You either buy them a TV to say thank you. None. I know someone will be like, I don't have to do that since I sent grocery money. I honestly say groceries, you eat them and you take them out. I want to see something physical. I want to see something actual. Because if I were to say how much I spent on groceries, literally, not that anyone will believe me, they are not there anymore. Aziko, you guys. So I'm saying, Uguti, if uzalele kaya, your parents were never married, or even if your parents were married, but you actually grew up either at your maternal grandmother's place or paternal, or either at your aunt's place, for whatever reason, I don't know the reason. Our parents, sometimes you find Uguti, your aunts, like, no, you can just bring Umam Shengu, she can come live here with me, she'll add nan. We don't know the reason. Some people actually have 2 parents now, but you find Uguti, they actually lived at their aunt's place up until they finished school. Ask your parents what the reason was, I would not know it. But all that I'm saying is, someone who raised you, just it's an appreciative gesture. You don't have to do it. But I say to you, that's another thing. Okay. How what's that saying in English? Okay, give it and take it and whatever. I think you know it. Like, guys, you can Google it. But blessed is the hand that gives than the one that receives. I'm not saying if you're receiving, you won't be blessed, but I'm saying we have to also bring on accountability at one stage in our lives. You see, I'm not saying if I take on a sibling's child, that child owes me. No. You don't owe me anything. Yes, this is my place. You don't owe me anything. Should you one day wanna buy me the knock fridge, you do it out of the goodness of your heart. But I'm saying we just have to teach our kids a sense of accountability. Because people have this thing, I didn't ask you to do it. Imagine now you're all grown, you're now working, you are a doctor, you're an actual scientist, you run your own business. All of a sudden you're saying, Mina, I have my own home. I never asked you to do it. I never asked you to raise me. I was a child. You are right. You never asked. But sometimes you have to think of the circumstances that you were living under. But for you actually living in that place, maybe you might not even have made it through up until now. Maybe you might have been smoking wunga. We don't know. Okay, so Mina, I'm just here to be realistic with you and say, yeah, I've done my part. And again, it's coming from the bottom of my heart, representing my late mother, because my mother passed away at a very young age. So I always had this sense, I want to do things on her behalf, because she passed away before she could do much. But one thing, as I was home, I still can find my mother's things. That's the beauty. Tea sets and everything, I can tell, this was my mother's. This was my mother's. You know that sense, as much as she passed away at a young age, the fact is, I have continued her legacy. Whatever I've done at my grandmother's places, for my paternal grandmother, it's under my father's name. It's not even under my name, okay? My dad did everything at his house. So whatever I was doing or adding, it's under my dad's name. For me, it's the fact that I was able to just take out, relieve something from my father. Like, for example, my dad was like, okay, my daughter's now taking over. That's it. And that's why I'm saying, Guti, Tina as abazukulu, Tina as abashana, let us not forget abashana anisis. And that's what my uncle usually calls me, Shana. Let us not forget where we come from. When we've made it and are successful, let us now not say, Guti, we live in posh apartments. Or, Nalela, my house doesn't need renovations, I'm done. Remember, it takes a village. It took a village for me. It took a village. It took both my paternal and my maternal for me to be who I am today. So there is no way I'll ever come here, sit down and pretend as if it was only my parents. No. It's both families. I acknowledge both families, the Mazibugos and the Chabalalas. Also, as the Mazibugas onzima. Okay. So you guys, from myself, from Mamsheng, I enjoyed this, as stressful as it was. If you are ever thinking of renovating, think, budget, and do it. Guys, I'm a doer. My sister knows I'm a doer. Yeah, but one thing about me, when I say I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I think you've seen even here at my place. When I say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I don't like speaking and saying, I'll do this. Guys, money comes and goes. You get a bonus and you're saying you want to get a headboard, get it. Just get it. Get it. I'm just making an example of the headboard. Just get it. You do ABC and you're saying you want to do this, just do it. Don't do, I don't, for me, maybe if I don't, as much as I prat here, you can see I talk too much here. But I'm actually a doer. I say things once or twice and I actually do them. You know, my sister was saying the other time, you say it in passing, I want this, and I'll get it. Because I'm already telling my mind, you're going to start saving from now on for ABC. So don't forget to save. I'm not going to save, do quotations, and do card. And Exclusive Tiles, they actually did give me a discount. They did, but I end up, they did give us a discount. You cry and say, hey, my friend, hey, please, man, my friend, I'm trying here, my friend, You joke with those guys. They want clients, they will give you discounts. But from myself, I hope you enjoyed the renovations. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the whole renovations. It was great seeing my uncle and my cousin and just being somewhere out and about in Pietermaritzburg. Yeah, I was seeing a few friends here and there, although I did not have the time because everything was just haywire. But I'm exhausted. I'm back in Gauteng. I just want to sit down, relax, and enjoy my space. Yeah, and yeah, I'm done now with all the calculations and everything. But I want to say from thank you so much for watching thus far. And if you have watched thus far, give me an orange heart. Give me a white heart. And the white heart, I'm actually dedicating it to the bathroom. Guys, unfortunately, I do not have the final photos when the place was cleaned, because they had to clean when I was gone. Shout out to... They had to clean when I was gone. And I just want to say, to everyone who assisted me with this project. May God humbly bless you. And yeah, and to you, if you were ever thinking and saying, Lalela, you were skeptical about renovating a place because one, technically it's not your actual home, do it. Lalela, do what is minimal to you, do what you can afford, do something that you'll not cry about later on. Do it. Because I've seen on TikTok, a lot of people are saying, I can't renovate my grandmother's house because I'm no longer living there, they chase me out, nan. But if you live there for 15 years of your life, sometimes you're like, hey guys, just go there, just spend that 250,000 and it's fine. It's fine. Because now when you live there, where you're paying rent, no. That's another thing. When you're paying rent, no. When you're buying groceries, you were young. You couldn't even afford groceries. You were still a child. Yeah, but hence I'm saying it takes a village. We still have to be appreciative of everyone who assisted us along the way. Okay, guys, let me go and get busy. But actually, I'm not getting busy. I'm just gonna sleep in Katel. Mwah. Nginthanda njengemali. Tsuru.